was finally time to start sorting through my moving boxes. This is making me feel like I have some sort of control over the current situation, that I can finally make progress. So when I first came up to my mum's back in March, I hired a car and I filled it with as much stuff from my storage locker as possible, and it is all in the spare bedroom, and it is a complete mess because I've opened half the boxes, I've been through them, so I just really need to get them all tidied up and organized and figure out what it is that I'm going to be taking with me to Canada, and then what it is I will leave with my mum. If you are unaware yet, my mum lost our family home in the New Year's Eve bushfires here in Australia, and now she has nothing. So I thought it's almost perfect timing, and that I'm moving overseas and it's really difficult to take a lot of that stuff with me, but she also has nothing. So I'm going to leave her with most of my stuff. She can restart with all of those things in the new place, but I just wanted to go through and pick out my favorite things, or things that mean a lot to me, so that I can take them with me. So it's just nice to be able to finally get in and do it. So let's go and make a start on these boxes. Welcome to the pile of boxes. Yes, they are all open because I've gone through all of them and I've collected things out of them already. This is the first one I might go through though. This was my cleaning supplies. Most of this stuff I can actually use now, and it doesn't really need to go into storage. Like, all of this stuff could just go into the laundry. The only thing that might need to go into storage is the iron, but everything else we could use now. And I did also happen to find 2 folders of my university work in here, so I'm going to assume that at the very last minute I didn't know where to put them and I just shoved them in the cleaning box. What I've got left over are some old cloths that I don't even know what these were used for, so I'm going to throw them out. And then I have a bunch of the accessories that come with washing machines when you purchase them brand new, so the barrel doesn't roll around. But I've moved the washing machine without having any of this stuff in it, and it's totally fine. So I'm just going to throw everything in here out. I think this container is from Kmart, and I love these as storage containers. I'm actually going to wash this out because something has leaked in the bottom here, and I'm going to wash this out and actually put shoes in it. I know that's a really odd thing, but bear with me, you'll see what I mean. I'm gonna leave this here to soak because there's actually a pretty considerable amount of what I assume is laundry detergent stuck to the bottom of it, and we actually did use up the whole leftover laundry detergent bottle already, which is awesome. But I'm gonna leave that to soak and get back to sorting through the other stuff. This box is empty now, but I think I will probably start by putting the iron back in there. This might become a combination box. Next on the agenda is my bathroom box. I figured if I'd already started the laundry one, it would be best to move on next with the bathroom stuff, which has a great mix of face washes that mum can have, old hair extensions that I really should sort through. I have some cotton tips, hair accessories. I'm going to give my Dyson hairdryer to my mum because it won't actually work overseas, because Dyson is not great for their products working overseas. And I've got some razor heads that I will definitely keep, sunscreens, and just some products. So I'm gonna sort through all of this one. My mum will be keeping all of the linen, and then I've broken the rest of the products down into 3 sections. I've got the products that are empty or old and that need to be thrown out, products that my mum can keep, so hairspray and then some sunscreen, and then products that I will use in the very near future and probably will even use before I leave. So there we go. I feel like that's a little more sorted. I'm part of the way done. I'm making progress. It feels good, and I thought I would take this opportunity to thank today's video sponsor. So today's video is sponsored by Lingoda. Lingoda is an online language school, and I thought that this would be something that would be really good for anyone that is looking to move to a country that has a different language to their own, or anyone that is just looking to learn a new language in general. Lingoda has an upcoming language sprint that you can participate in if you are interested in learning a new language. So for those of you who do live in the Northern Hemisphere, this might be a fun summer project for you to work on. You could spend all summer learning and then by the fall be able to speak a language. So there are 2 sprints available, and you can either get 50% or 100% cash back when you attend all of the classes. Lingoda is a very interactive platform, and I really like that you get to interact and speak with qualified and native speaking teachers. I think it's really important to be able to have that face-to-face communication with someone who can really help you get through the things that maybe you're struggling with. And I love that it's really easy to implement into your daily routine. You could do it in the morning, the afternoon, in your lunch break, but it can easily fit into your schedule. The next sprint starts on July 1st, 2020. There is the Super Sprint, where if you attend 30 classes a month for 3 months, you will get a 100% cash back. And then there's the Sprint, if you attend 15 classes a month for 3 months and get 50% cash back. You can join the Sprint in English, German, French, Spanish, and Business English. And it also doesn't matter what level you're at. You could be a complete beginner or intermediate or advanced. They will be able to work out what course will fit your needs. To participate in this sprint, all you have to do is sign up before June 15th. There is a €49 deposit to secure your spot, but it will be taken from the first month's payment. And if you click the link in the description and use my code, you can get €10 off your deposit. Places in the sprint are pretty limited, so make sure you go and check it out. These challenges have been running for more than 2 years now, and I've worked with Lingoda many times before. If you'd like to know more and hear about some other success stories from other students, then go over to the Lingoda Instagram and you can check it all out there. Anyway, if you are looking at learning a new language, then definitely check out Lingoda, and I am gonna get back into sorting through these boxes. The bathroom box is completely empty, which is great because I know that my mum has a bunch of stuff that she's purchased that will need moving boxes when they go to move. And then in the old laundry box, I now have the linen, the iron. This little black thing is part of my bed, and it must have like somehow got left behind and I threw it in here, so I need to keep that because I will be moving the bed frame up. And then this container down here is like a fridge container from Kmart, and I've just got the products and like the Dyson hairdryer accessories in there for mum as well. Next on the agenda is kitchen stuff. So I don't even know if there's anything in here that I'd need to take with me or want to take with me. I think I might have had some coffee mugs in here, but I already went through the coffee mugs ages ago. I think this is mostly just serving platters and food storage, although this bag here is everything that was on my refrigerator, so maybe there's some fridge magnets I want to keep. I don't know if you would remember, but near the beginning of the year, I was talking in a video about a fridge magnet that I got in Turks and Caicos and how I would always purchase fridge magnets whenever I traveled, and they were on mum's fridge and we lost them in the fire. Well, it turns out some of the fridge magnets from my travels I never actually gave to her. So I've got a couple from Japan, some from LA, and one from Canada from the first time that I went there back in 2017. So that's really exciting. I can give those to my mum and she can start the fridge magnet collection again. I've had a good look through this box and I don't really need to do anything to it because I won't take any of it with me when I move. Feels good to be making some progress, consolidating boxes and figuring out what's staying and what I'm taking with me. This box on the end is another kitchen box. It's actually a really big one and it was a very heavy box too. I also have no idea why I have a deer fitted sheet in here that clearly belongs with the rest of the deer sheets. This is a box I've actually been through already once, and I couldn't fully decide on what I wanted to take with me because this does have my coffee mug collection in it, and so it's really hard to decide which ones I want to leave behind and which ones I want to take with me. I found this little box that I started ages ago, like over a month ago. Things that I was pretty sure I wanted to take with me, but now that I'm looking at it, it's a bit odd. Like, I've got a sushi rolling mat, I've got a little Muji utensil thing, and some paper straws. Things that I feel like I can repurchase, but then it's also like, why repurchase them if they're not very heavy and they're quite easy to ship over? It's very hard to decide. But then I also have a bunch of my favorite coffee mugs in here that will probably most likely be coming with me. I've gone through this box again and I've decided that everything in here will stay. Like, I have these two really beautiful gold wine glasses, but I just don't think that they would travel very well. And then I have some coffee mugs down there. My mum used to have an amazing Christmas mug collection, so there's a Christmas mug down there so she can start her collection again. And then most of this stuff is just simple plain things that I can repurchase when I do go over to Canada, and then these are also the things that will help my mum get set up in the new place. So this box is all done and can stay as well. The kitchen box down the bottom is all sorted, although I'm gonna have to fix that label. The box on top of it is my sewing stuff. This hasn't been opened. I will leave everything here with my mom. She had a very extensive sewing collection, so I'm going to give her all of this stuff, which is just fabric and threads and sewing machine related stuff, and then also my sewing machine and my overlocker. Up here on top of my sewing box, I've got my sewing machine and then also my overlocker. This bag is broken, but I haven't actually used this in such a long time, but I know mum will really, really love that. So she can have both of those. And then the only two things left are my massive suitcase that I purchased to go over to Canada with. So I'll be taking that with me, and I do need to purchase another one of those because they're so handy when you have a really big suitcase to travel with. And then I also have a box of sheer curtains and bedding. I brought this box up because I needed to get some of the bedding out of it to do the bed, bath and table campaign that I did. So I know that the curtains are on the bottom, and then I have these 3 cushions in here. So these can all stay. I don't think I will take any of that with me. Starting to look a little bit like when I first packed it all up. I actually have an entirely empty box now, which is really great. So that'll be useful when mum does need to go to pack some other stuff. And then that's all the stuff that I'm gonna leave. I forgot about my stationery and DIY boxes, but these are already all done. I did these in my stationery organization video, so they can get stacked up and go in the pile. I've had a lot of questions about the lamp that is on my desk. So it's one of these from Mirabella. I did get these from Big W, and we bought a second one so that we could have them on the bedside tables in the spare room when the house gets built, so they can go into storage and stay there with everything as well. I have another spare box. This is full of packing things, which will be great for when we move. I purchased a few things from Target that came in this box, so this one can also just hang out in here until it's ready to be packed up. I was just doing some more rearranging and looking around, and I found more bedding and more cushions that can go into this box. It's the next day. I completely forgot about that acrylic storage container that's soaking in the bathtub. I didn't realize until I went in to have a shower last night. So I will show you what I meant by wanting it for shoes. I really love these storage containers, and like I said, I think this one is from Kmart, and the reason I wanted it for my shoes is this is the base of my clothing rack. I have 2 throws rolled up on this side, and then I have a couple of shoes, and there's not enough space on here for me to have all of my shoes out. So what I wanted to do was to put the tub up here and stack some of my shoes in. Oh my goodness, please excuse how dirty and gross those shoes are. And stack some of them in so it makes everything just a little more organized up in here. I think it looks a little bit better. I mean, it's not amazing, but I can definitely fit more shoes up on there. I really should find a better home for these guys. Maybe they could go on my bookshelf or just on my bed. I don't know what I'm doing with them yet, but for now, this is what I wanted my tub for, so I can just put some shoes in it while this is my current storage situation. Basically, all of the boxes in the other room are all done now, and it feels so good to finally get something done. I feel a little more in control of the whole situation, even though my hands are tied for the most part. There's not a lot I can actually do, so I'm really excited when things start going back to normal and I can really make progress with this move. And now that I've done a little bit, I just cannot wait to go back to my storage locker, which hopefully I can do next month. That will make me so happy to finally start sorting through the rest of that, and going through all of my home decor is going to be my favorite part. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this first part of my moving series of when I eventually move overseas, whenever that may be. So I hope you've enjoyed. Up the top you can check out my last video. Down the bottom I will leave a link to another one of my videos, and I will see you in the next one.